Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to another session of Sleight of Many Hands. We are missing our one Minotaur player today for it's really hot outside. Internet's spotty, so just bear with us here. We'll try to give you as much content as we can. So it'll be a light session just because we have one less player, but that's okay. Um, and the topic to begin the session today is what is the best movie of 2024 you've seen? It can be old or new. And what's the worst one you've seen of 2024, old or new, that you've seen so far?
Ooh.
Godzilla -1.
Mm.
Oh, we haven't watched it yet.
Fantastic. Best Godzilla movie ever.
I've only heard good things, and I'm so excited to finally sit down and watch it.
The only thing I have to complain about is, from what I understand, you can't get to watch Godzilla -1 minus color on Netflix. I want to see a version of that. I get to see it minus color, and I don't want to do it by turning the color off on my TV. I want the decolorized version because they say it's like specifically done in a black and white way to make it look like the original 1953 movie.
Well, for me, I have three picks so far this year. Bad Boys 4, probably my pick for so far for best movie of the year for entertainment and all that. I honestly thought I didn't think much going into it, but I thought this is good because it connects certain plot points from the other films, which is cool. Probably the most interesting is Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, which I just recently watched. Not a great film by any means. Better than the first one, but I said this in my YouTube review, like, it's the first slasher monster film I've ever seen where the women get fucked so bad in the film, slasher wise. I've never seen it. Just caught my attention. It was just one of those things. The monster designs were a lot better. Some of the monsters do talk, and the story was surprisingly interesting. On they explain how these monsters came to be. Definitely a one watch film, not a keeper, but I say that's the most interesting film I've seen. I think that came out this year. I could be wrong. Worst movie. There's a lot. um, this year, that's hard to pick. There are a few. I'd have to think about that one because there was quite a bit of trash I saw. Anyway, that's my picks.
I don't usually see a lot of movies, but we've been going through a ton of old movies, and I'm still so charmed by the 1950 Cyrano de Bergerac. Watch that one this year, so I'm counting it.
Okay.
I watched Caligari.
Oh yeah.
The Cabinet of?
The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari very recently, and I very much enjoyed that. And we're watching. It was a movie that just kind of surprised me, but I can't remember what it was called. And I'm trying to find it in our Amazon list here.
Vague description? Was it one of the Argentos?
Yes. The last Argento that we watched, I really liked.
Oh.
What was it?
God, I don't remember the name of that one.
Oh, another surprising movie for me this year was Abigail. vampire movie.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, that one surprised me. Yeah. I gotta
It was
fuck.
Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. Uh,
Let's look quicken it up for me. Okay.
was it the bird with the crystal plumage?
yes. That was it. That was very good.
I would.
I honestly don't remember the last time I sat and watched a movie.
I think. Yeah. I'm just looking at the listing of movies that have come out on Wiki. I would say like it wasn't like the. I'm not going to put it in the category of worst movies ever made, but I thought The Fall Guy was disappointing. It was entertaining in parts and everything, but the ending was cliche, and it felt like some plot points were ridiculous. But that's my pick, probably, for that. Yeah. Only because I watched the show with my dad with Lee Majors, and I still remember that. That was pretty cool.
Oh.
All right. Jump in whenever you remember movies there, but we're going to start. So, last time on the Sleight of Many Hands, you had just taken over the tavern and all that fun stuff. So, you have basically a safe house in a way with E-Tran falling now. You basically got rid of the bad guys. And Longmont kind of discovered a connection with skis last time. It was an NPC there, and that's kind of where we ended it there. Veronica, you have a new note in player
I have
handouts. Player handouts or handouts document. You will see a new. So
that.
yeah. You and Elle basically have been in your downtime doing a bit of research, and that's one of the things you've come across during your downtime. So, with skis, you have the funeral, which is all set up nicely and everything. All of you gather. Um, so, you find like a nice area, like farm area, where it's you're able to bury skis, and all of you are kind of gathered there, including the ratty NPC that Longmont met last time. And it's peaceful, it's quiet. There is a priest on hand that, does a good speech. And then, you know, Longmont, you basically going to be giving a speech to the crowd, or are you just going to be quiet?
I do, but I do it in rat folk speak.
Okay.
Squeak, 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 squeaking.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a long, heartfelt poem about friendship and trials and tribulations and whatever friendship is supposed to be. How you're supposed, you're there for each other, not just in the good times and celebrating when times are good, but you're there to, hold each other together in the worst of times, so that when those good times come around, you can, have them. And man, did me and you have some good times, didn't we, buddy? We survived. We survived. We survived. And then I'll keep going, and then it's so heartfelt that everybody looks around, and nobody understands anything, but Pingle has like tears in his eyes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And well, I think Veronica can speak it too.
Nope.
Okay.
No? Oh, so it's only Pingle?
Yeah, it was just.
It's like just
Veronica will spend the time just getting closer to the priest, being like, "Thank you very much for your fine work," patting him on the back and prestidigitation a bunch of little mouse footprints all over his jacket. Because I'm a priest and I deserve this.
Okay. Fair enough. So you also last time you got a note pointing to Esbrook. And it was basically about a shipment for some cobalts. So that was that. And just so all of you know, the Malevolence quest, which I have you on the map for a reason, is way over here. So you may start that at any time.
So we had to be level 4 first.
Well, that's up to you. You could start it at any time.
If we start heading in that direction, we should reach level 4 by then.
Yeah, you're not off by a lot. Just saying.
Trying my best to squeeze myself into my space
So here you're there a couple days. A couple of you done some research there, and so any of you kind of like talked about what you're going to do next?
I need a few days to of downtime to actually do some research and stuff. I know Pingle wanted me to make him some scrolls.
Okay.
I can make scrolls.
You have to have magical crafting to make scrolls.
So, like, you can't scribe scrolls?
I don't believe so. I think you have to have magical crafting to make scrolls.
That's... spelled G?
Let me double check that. I could be completely wrong, but I thought you did.
I'm just wondering about, like, wizards. I don't know.
There's a lot we just don't know about wizards, Uncle Pingle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Longmont, you're in the feed mill, and you walk out of the entrance there. It's been an alright day, and you notice some bandits have come into town. They're coming down the street. They bear a resemblance to Holland's posse. There was possibly maybe some stragglers from the end of all of it some time ago. So you basically, you're just going to say you're all in the feed mill and what have you for now, but Longmont's the first to notice them. What do you do?
First to notice who again? I'm sorry, I could barely hear you.
You notice that there are bandits that have wandered into town that maybe are left over from Holland's group of bandits, stragglers probably from that group.
How many?
5.
I'm gonna do my that's odd and try and determine how tough they are. How do they carry themselves?
They have hatchets on them and slings.
Yep, and so could a 3-year-old child, and so could a god monster killing warrior. Is there anything? Do they awkwardly ride the saddle, or like old pros? Do they look like salty old veterans or young kids? Anything that I can deduce that would tell me these are guys not to be fucked with. First level pussies. Maybe I could take them by myself. Fuck.
Well, they're basically splintered faction from Holland's group, so you figure that they're kind of like less than they were. So,
All right. I'll go alert the group.
yeah. So all of you kind of like huddle together where the tavern is. We're just going to say that you're kind of at the entrance and you see these bandits just walking down the street. They're coming towards the feed mill.
Okay.
Well, should I send an illusionary brag to chase them down?
Well, the Minotaur's
run
not.
away?
The Minotaur's not here, but
No. But I can make an illusion of him.
let me just see something on the sheet. Okay. So Bragg steps out, and these bandits kind of see him. Like they don't really pay attention to you, the rest of you, because they didn't expect a Minotaur to come out of the tavern. It's like tall and all that, right? They put their hands kind of on their side where their hatchet is hanging, but they don't. They just wait. They're staring right at Bragg right now.
I'm gonna drop. Let's see if this works. Okay. Oh. Why did it add sleep to my... That's not supposed to be in my focus spells. What the hell?
Wizards.
Where is it? It's removed it from my book.
Weird.
Removed what from your book?
Like, it's removed the whole spell from my book.
That's all. Weird.
Yup. Don't know why. But it was in there, and now it's not.
Foundry Gremlin.
That seems real enough.
Could it be that it was a legacy version and it got plucked out in the last upgrade?
Oh, it could be, yeah.
No, it told me I didn't have the spell slot.
Oh.
So that's a 5-foot burst, and I want to hit measure. Come on.
Probably could get the 3
These
over
two.
here.
Or
Oh,
these
those
3.
Yeah, it would hit like if you put it like in that vicinity, it would hit all 3 of those guys.
I think it would only hit 2.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Yeah. So it's it's either one of those. I'm just kind of trying to spook them, and I'm gonna do it. Oh, I don't have that yet. Shit.
Okay, well, they're gonna roll those 2 guys are gonna roll their will. Fails and fails. I would assume one's a critical fail. Almost a critical fail.
Falls unconscious.
Okay. Okay, so
It wakes up after a minute.
both of them are unconscious. And there we go. Anyone else doing anything?
I'm still waiting to get in. Oh no, I'm in. Hang on. All right, so here I am. Are we? Is this something for initiative?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're paying attention to the Minotaur, and two of them just dropped asleep over here. So
Those two.
three.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Well,
step
what
outside and stand next to Bragg.
is it? 3 actions worth of stuff for me to do? 1 action worth? What?
One.
I'm gonna intimidate this guy.
Okay.
So let me target. And I keep forgetting we don't have the basic macro here. Hang on. Let me get to my character sheet.
It's against their will, right?
It should be. Yes. Yeah. Intimidation is against will.
So they have a +6. So if you just roll something like that, you should be good.
These guys know that I've cast a spell, but they don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Unless you've rolled a check for that.
No, they.
So they would just see these two guys drop. And they know that I cast it. And Pingle sucks at intimidation.
Okay, so
But he's great at making himself a target.
But he says, "No closer, you'll drop too."
I look at him and say, "I don't like this stink eye you're giving my buddy," and he's now frightened one.
Yep, I added it already. All right. So I'm not gonna role play Bragg, but I'm pretty sure that if he was here, he'd probably punch one of them. But
Yep.
Okay, so the ones that are awake, back off. Um, you want to say anything to them?
No, keep walking.
Okay.
Leave your buddies.
Okay.
Noodles, boyos.
Okay. So these guys kind of like know what getting's good, and they fuck off. The other two are
Great. Now we can
unconscious.
interrogate the other two. Let's tie them up.
Okay, so you tie them up. We'll just go in the theater of the mind at this point. Ha 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 ha.
We have a sheriff's office and a jail cell we can bring him to.
Yeah. The sheriff's still alive, so definitely you bring these thugs over to the sheriff there and toss them into the jail, and a minute goes by and they wake up inside the cell, and you're all standing there, including the sheriff, and you're all kind of doing your best intimidation glare. All right.
Prefer acid or fire today?
Huh?
Do you prefer acid or fire today?
Acid. Fire burns down the prison. Alchemist fire on the floor is never a good idea inside.
Well, I would be using the tallow bomb, so it would just set them on fire, and they'd stay on fire for a while.
No.
Acid it is then.
Yeah, they're terrified. They're kind of trying to like back into a corner, each of them, hearing that talk. It's like, what the fuck? We're supposed to get a fair trial, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, maybe not in this town. I don't know.
Yeah, they're just like they're frightened 10 at this point. Like they're one in each corner. They're just trying to claw the walls, right? Yeah.
I love sleep.
Yeah. So the one guy, like, you could almost smell some urine coming from one of them at this point.
Well, we'll let you just get comfy, and Pingle hands him a plate of like mashed potatoes with a sausage.
Where
We
did
could
you
let
even get that?
Longmont handle the actual questions.
Don't worry, it's liverwurst.
And a generous side helping of lizard skin chips.
No, the lizard skin is used as the casing.
Okay.
Yummy. Yeah. So you're just gonna let them like hang tight for now?
So Longmont will question them.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll just let him sit tight for now while we do what we're gonna do. Do we get any XP for that?
Yes, you do.
Cool.
You get a little. You actually get a little extra for not killing them.
I have to leave for about 5 minutes, so
Right.
I won't be around for 5.
Yeah,
I'll question when I get back.
So all of you get to go up a level, and you may fix your character up now. I'm not sure what Bragg will do. But we'll
okay. He'll have a chance.
He'll have a chance to do his character up. So all of you can level up your character now.
Class feat and an archetype feat and a skill feat.
What I was gonna do.
Looks like on Bragg he gets class feat, a archetype feat, and a skill feat.
Wizard.
He's got decent health now.
Oh.
All right.
What is this?
So what's everyone choosing for their specialty this level?
Like I was planning on taking efficient alchemy, which lets me make 8 instead of 4 alchemical items at a time.
All right.
And built-in tools, so I don't have to carry them separately from my innovation.
Ooh. What about you, Veronica? What are you choosing?
I've got to find where they are in the.
Oh, the compendium.
Gosh.
The compendium.
Yeah.
So it's the book there, and they'll be in.
I have it open. It's just I have to find the one.
Oh,
by
I see.
scrolling around and getting to it.
If you open up, like, say, Ancestries, they do have a search bar. Should have one. You can type whatever.
Oh, that's true. Probably help a lot.
Probably. Up, scroll. Where the hell is it? What's it called?
Why are you gone? There we go. I don't see.
Now they just had like a new update on Pathfinder 2e. I'm not sure like what anything major changed with it.
They usually will tell you, they'll give you a rat of what's changed in the.
Yeah, I looked there, and it was just mostly bug fixes, I think. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's easier if I just
okay.
look them up.
I'm gonna take magical crafting. My skill, I think.
There we go.
What'd you take, Veronica?
I've got enhanced familiar, so sliver might actually be useful someday. Quiet allies. to help when we're avoiding notice.
Nice.
And raise symbol, because somehow that just feels like it's going to come in useful.
Okay.
Pingle, I have assurance in crafting, so I can do it without having to make a skill check for making the scrolls. I just would need you to cast the spell.
Ooh.
Okay. Then I'm gonna ditch that. And
All right, so I'm back. What's going on?
They're just
Leveling
leveling up. You're just leveling up their characters.
Woo!
So, Thomas, what are you going to take?
For what? I don't know. Give me a minute. I
dubious
just
knowledge.
found out we're doing.
Nah.
Let's see. I got a class feat and archetype feat. So the archetype feat's pretty easy because I can only take one. There's only one option.
It does help.
So I took spell trickster dedication, but it doesn't say anything. You can't select
So what you
another
get for spell
dedication feat until you've gained two
What?
other feats from the spell trickster archetype.
Jam
Yeah,
Spoon
some of
has
them
this.
are
What
like
do you want
that.
to know?
Okay.
Jam Spoon has this. What do you want to know?
So I have to pick a second spell
Nope.
trickster dedication.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And there's probably only one at fourth level. There's one or two at fourth level, and that's your only choice. You either get the choice of one or two. I can't remember which it is.
You opened up some another side quest bar and the job board. Quest list 2. And Malevolence is open to you officially now to do.
There we go.
So how many days are we taking off while we're in town, by the way?
Yeah.
How many days?
A week would be good. For my stuff, I need to learn a few different things, and I know Pingle wanted some scrolls done. I can do scrolls for Veronica as well. I just wasn't
that
sure how
might be-
much money you want to put towards me learning formulas.
I don't mind putting money toward that.
Mhm.
If it
Yeah.
would be quite helpful.
Something that we can all use, absolutely.
Okay.
Or that's going to even just one of us can use, but it's really cool and makes them better. I'm in for it.
Do we get any additional proficiencies?
No.
Nope.
No.
You have to get additional proficiencies. You have to take.
No. I just
feat
wondered
with them.
if we were getting that this level or if it was all feats.
It's
Okay.
always all feats.
No.
No. Yeah.
Where is that? So one thing I can take right now is Fury Cocktail, which is a fortifying ginger ale spiked with rum in a mixer, which can do things like give you claws or talons, give you resistance to physical damage, resistance to negative damage.
Right. That's something we can get and give to our Bragg, because if he's going to be our frontline guy, reducing damage is awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm in. I'm in.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, for my level up, I took camouflage dye and the Fury Cocktail, and I don't know what else. If there's anything else people want, there's a thing called Revealing Mist I can get, which makes invisible things concealed instead. If you spray in the space where they happen to be. There's Spiderfoot Brew, which gives you a climb speed. And then there's some other bombs that I'm going to research. but all of them are right around 10 gold for me to do the research on.
All right, what do we got in the party funds?
Oh, 390 something.
Yep.
So you need how much?
Depends on how much you want me to research. Like I said, the brew stuff and the camouflage dye I am getting from my level up, so I already have those.
So take 100 gold.
100 gold, okay. And issue 17. Trying to do math in my head what my assurance would be at this point. It would be 18. Yep. So I would not need to make rolls to do any of these because everything I'm researching is DC 17.
Sweet.
Most excellent.
Yep. And the same goes for scrolls as well. First and second level scrolls I can do. And I can make up to 8 at a time, but it would have to be the same spell.
That's a fair cop.
Thorough reports.
So the 2 shops are open to you. I put them on the map just to save time.
Settlement Scholastics.
There's some new stuff in the common shop.
Okay. Hideous undulation.
So just let me know when everyone's done leveling up and shopping, and we'll continue.
How do you even?
And as mentioned, there's a new quest list that opened up to you on the job board. Quest list 2. Ah. Penny, for your thoughts.
All right. So for me, I've added in my class feat. I added in strategic assessment. So when I devise a stratagem and I actually attack someone, and I critically succeed on the hit, the GM gets to tell me basically something like, what is the enemy's weaknesses in highest order, resistances in highest order, savings throws in lowest order, or immunity. So it's like a free knowledge check.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yep. And for the archetype Mental Forge, my mind weapon, now I can give it multiple traits. So I can give it grapple, I can give it modular, non-lethal, shove, or trip.
Nice.
And I can give it 2 of those.
So you can hit a person, get a critical hit, and realize that you're fighting a Medusa stone god. I don't know what it was. Now I do.
As long
Realize
as
I
it's
made
not
a
a
huge
glimmer.
Okay, so
And
I had the potions wrong.
So my skill feat, I'm taking Intimidating Glare, but I have a role play way of wanting to have that happen.
Cool.
So the week that everybody's taking downtime and being productive, I am a raging, inconsolable drunk.
All right.
I spend all my time at Skeeze's grave bawling my eyes out. I'm pissed that Emmett's not here to hear this. He could have at least come in to talk and played Theater of the Mind. He didn't need to be here for that. So anyhow, so yeah, I'm a raging drunk all week, and like all I do is I come back and I get another bottle of booze at the bar, and then I go back up to the mound, and you know, anybody gives me shit about it, I'm like, I own it at the fucking bar. It's my fucking booze. I'll drink all I want, and I take it. But otherwise than that, that's the only violence I'll give. I'm a morose drunk, crying and weeping, speaking in almost exclusively rat tongue.
All right.
I go up to the graves and I'll just be ranting and raving, crying, getting drunk. I'll smash the bottles against the gravestones, and when I pass out, I'll pass out onto the broken shards. So I'll come into town with little cuts on me.
Okay.
I'll treat his wounds every day. I don't
I won't
judge him.
let you. I'm fine. Leave me alone.
Is anyone going to be with you? Anybody going to be with you while you're at the grave?
I have no idea. I don't give a flying fuck about anybody this week. I just give a fuck about me and my friend Skis and how this wasn't supposed to be. You're supposed to do this together, brother. You're supposed to be here. And I wasn't the one. I didn't protect you. It was my fault. You're dead. I should have been in that room. I should have been the one to take that bull rush, not you.
All right.
I shouldn't have been cheering you on and making you. And the whole thing is, when did you become a hero, man? I'm hugging the stone.
All right.
But when I say that, that's me saying, you became my hero.
Okay. Everyone done with the shops?
I haven't had a chance to look yet. I was getting my formulas.
Okay. I'll leave them there. Well, while we're waiting on that, Longmont, you wake up at Skeeze's grave, bottle rolled away. You got like a hangover, obviously. You can kind of shake it off.
I can drink it off.
Covered in puke.
I can drink it off.
But you are actually awoken by 2 king guards.
So
they seem to not recognize you because you've kind of grown some of the beard out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm a
but
mess.
They're kind of poking you with their metal feet, going, "Oi, get up!" And you kind of are awoken in that state.
Oh, give me like sickened 1 and enfeebled 1.
Okay. So you kind of stumble your way and you stand up to these 2, and they look at you straight in the eye, and you're kind of just hung over. You smell of puke. And you notice that these 2 King's Guards are wearing the elite guards. You remember back in the town when they surrounded you? You recognize that these are the King's Guards. It kind of wakens you a little bit seeing these 2 here.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, who's in charge of this town?
I'll just stare bleary-eyed at him for a minute.
All right.
I'm actually investigating them, doing the clue thing, observing them well.
Okay. So with your special ability, You know for a fact that the kings like to own everybody, own everything. You know the fact that since your time in the Thieves Guild, people have stayed away from Trans Folly because of its history. But of course, word of mouth gets around that the king probably heard about its newfound fame and fortune, or whatever you want to call it. So they're probably here to collect taxes and all that fun crap.
Okay.
Wow.
I'll drunkenly, exaggeratingly wave a hand over at the stone.
Squatters' rights.
All right.
You missed him by about a week.
When will he be back?
I don't know, man. I look down at the grave. I hope he'll be back someday, man. I mean, unless he's in a better place, then I guess I'd be selfish to want him back, huh?
They look at each other, and then they look kind of like overlay of the town. Who runs the tavern?
Oh, the tavern! That's a great idea. Let me buy you guys a drink. And I'll put my arm around, I'll lock between the two of them, put my arm around the waist of each of them. You know, my buddy back there, he was a pretty good guy. I really miss him. And I start walking him to the town.
They kind of let you lead them, but they're kind of like trying to hold their breath while you smell of nasty puke. All right,
Yep, that's
so the rest of you at the
Here,
tavern.
hold my beer. Pukes on shoes.
Yeah. So the rest of you are in the tavern at this point, and then you see Longmont walk in with these two King's Guard fellas with his arms around them. He's shooting the shit with them, and they're kind of like trying not to smell Longmont as they're kind of, trying to turn their head away. Reactions for all of you.
Well, Pingle has ducked behind the bar and is trying to change the color of his skin so they don't realize that it's him.
Okay. Veronica?
I can't hide my face as well. What I can do is hide under the bar and make sure that Sliver is peeking out from around an edge somewhere and look through his eyes.
All right, Al.
If I'm in the bar, I'll probably try to turn away so they can't see my face, but there's not much disguising my huge ears
All right.
and fine clothing.
All right. So Trin is in today, and she decided not to leave Etran after all. And it's kind of just helping out, letting you run the tavern how you want. So the two King's Guards kind of set you Longmont on one of the tables there, and then one goes to the bar and kind of orders, a whiskey and brings it right over and kind of, puts it down in front of you. Longmont's like, here, on the house. And then
Actually, when I first walk in the door, I'm going to giggle, burp, and mumble something in the language slurringly that kind of just sounds like gibberish, but it's actually Fey.
okay.
I gotta check to see if I can speak that one.
Four of us do.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
So I'll say in Fey, somebody close the door. I need an assessment. Do we think we can take them after we get as much information as we can? And it's just one sentence.
Pingle uses Mage Hand to shut the door behind them and lock it.
So the two guards walk over to the bar, and Trin greets them with a smile. Well, it's been a long time since we got royalty in our midst, and you kind of hear some chuckles from some of the common people in the tavern. The two guards kind of look around and ignore it. Are you the owner of this tavern? And Trin kind of goes, maybe. What's the king want with it? And the guard responds, well, since Citran has turned its corner from a dark past, taxes are to be paid. King sent us over to collect some taxes, and we're going to keep collecting on this town as we keep this and many other places safe, in kind of a hung in the air quotations comment, which you can pick up from the tone of his voice.
All right, so based on their reputation, based on previous meetings with them, based on personal observation of them now, and my clue inability, can we take them?
Hang on.
Are we gonna be the town that beats up the taxmen?
Yes.
We
Okay.
should be.
Yeah, absolutely.
The curse is still here. When we came and did whatever we did, the Silver Cloaks unleashed a much worse curse.
I'm trying to find my books.
The curse is worse. Don't go to this town. The curse is worse.
All right.
And we're going to spread that rumor.
Let me just
The rhyme scheme helps you
up
remember.
here and Longmont with your that's odd. Do you have arcane or crafting on you? That's decent.
I have both.
All right, whatever one's better for you.
Arcane or which?
Arcane or crafting.
Arcane is definitely better. I'm not trained in crafting. That's one of the very few I'm not actually yet.
Ooh, just off by a little. These boys are heavily armored. Let's see. They have a shit ton of immunities. Let's see. They are immune to bleed, critical hits, death effects, disease, doom, drain, fatigue, grabbed, healing, mental, non-lethal attacks, paralyzed, poison, precision, prone, sickened, spirit, unconscious, vitality, and void.
Are they undead?
No, they're not.
Are they not human?
They are. You're not sure to run that roll. Like I said, you just missed getting that roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna whisper in fate, guys. These things are fucked up. What the fuck are they?
They're carrying a strange blade on them.
Okay.
But they are screaming magical, strong magical essence coming off of them.
Since he pointed it out, could I do a crafting?
Sure. Okay.
Second slots. 3 first level slots.
I'll go into Whisper. Okay, so very good roll. So these boys are heavy elite guards. They actually are constructs.
Okay.
They obviously were created and magically created. And could you give me an arcane roll?
Arcane? Okay.
Yeah, arcane.
Not nearly as good.
Okay,
Okay, so here to point at it?
don't bother. I'm just gonna give it to you because this is quite important.
Okay.
You know how the magic spell alarm works? In a
It alerts
sense.
you, and yeah.
Yeah. So you're detecting a magical alarm from these guys. So if they die or you think maybe attacked, there's a signal coming off of them that may signal someone else in that sense.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah, probably from that you can just get a sense of these boys.
Okay.
All right, you can go back. All right.
We'll say in Faye, if we hurt these things, their buddies will come.
Hmm.
They have magical warning signals.
Then
Uh-oh.
maybe we can figure out a way to make it so they can't find this town.
That
Ooh.
sounds like a problem for later, really.
We can't take these things.
All right. I'm going to step up to the bar and I'm going to insert myself into the conversation.
Okay.
I'm going to try and work my way towards a diplomacy or society role, whichever would be better.
Diplomacy for them.
All right, to convince these guys. Guys, listen. My friends and I are the infamous Silver Cloaks. We're the ones who came in and helped find the evil creatures that were attacking these poor people. But that doesn't by any means mean that the curse on this town has been lifted, nor do they, have they had any kind of economic boon. There is no money here, and there's nothing happening here. You'd have to give this place a couple of years and maybe some patronage or some kind of help from the king for it to recover. Perhaps maybe we could go back and ask the king to help the town with an infusion of money so that it in turn could become profitable and pay taxes to him.
Roll me diplomacy. Okay, so you have their attention, and they look at each other, still cursed. Damn. And they say nothing, and they go towards the door of the tavern. And they kind of look at each other why the door's closed, but they go to open it to head out.
Yep. Well, I'll follow behind them.
The door is locked.
I'll unlock it. So I've got a key. I'll flourish a bow and I'll walk them out. Please, gentlemen, let me walk you out and explain. And I'll start pointing out because nothing's really changed. It's only been a week, and as you described, this place was fucking dreary, down on its luck, a shithole. So what I do is I gently guide them on their way out of town, past the shittiest parts of town, and I point out all the shittiest people, and I just kind of like I put a negative twist on anything they see.
Okay. So yeah, some of the townsfolk there see the two king's guards walking, and they hear you talking, and then they kind of look at you long, and they're like, and some of them start acting up like they're sick.
Okay.
So, yes. So, yeah, you lead them right out of town, which they come to the horses that are near where you first met them. And they get on them and they kind of look at each other and they're like, fuck. And then they gallop off.
So,
travel well, gentlemen, and please entreat us to the king. We could use an infusion of help. Any help will do.
Lamont, give yourself a hero point.
Ooh, I like those.
Yep.
If I wanted to research a ritual that would allow us to cloak the town, how would I do that?
Start now, and when we get to 10th level, he'll let you know that your research is done.
That's going to be a hefty spell.
Really high level spell.
Okay. In that regard, could you go to Whisper, since you brought that up?
All right. All right.
So you've actually have been keeping your eye on the actual stone in the middle of the town. Kind of like, what the fuck was this? So on and so forth. What's your arcane?
Pretty good. Give me
Roll
a
it.
second.
Roll it.
Find it here.
Oh, wow. That is really what you needed.
Awesome.
Critical. Shit. I could. Okay. So you've been studying the stone, and something clicks in your head right when you're saying it out of your mouth. It's like the stone. So, you kind of research the stone a little bit, and through your magical ways, what got the town sick all those years ago, you discovered is this stone gave off an arcane shielding around the whole entire town, making it invisible when they wanted it to. However, it started to get people sick because of it. Think of like a radiated, over time, like mold. Like as an example, like you breathe in mold over a period of time, you're going to get sick.
Yeah.
So there is a way to turn it on and a way to turn it off. Uh,
It's currently off.
it's currently off.
Okay, so
Now,
the energy that has been keeping this running has just been building, and
yes.
okay, so now I need to figure out how to turn it on. Is there a way to do that?
So you figure that it is the phrase, probably, because it's just a stone. You probably will want to search the estate, search perhaps the bandit lair a little bit more. That's whatever's left of it.
All right.
Uh, you may or may not find it. It'll really all depend on luck here, but it's definitely got to be a phrase just from that critical roll you
Okay.
rolled. Yeah.
Okay. We done?
Yes, we're done.
All right.
They just pull a switch and
Okay.
there are
So,
turn on or
need one to experiment with
So
to do that.
Pingle comes back and he's like, I know what the stone is in the center of town.
He
Oh,
got a really good roll, like critical rolled that.
screw up like the silly stone that we passed by that has the coin.
Yeah, the silly stone. So it is a barrier spell cast on this rock, and there's a magical power source inside of it that has been causing all the misfortune in the town. And if we can turn the barrier on, we can keep the King's Guard out of here. But we need to search around. There's got to be a phrase, like a key phrase that will activate the stone somewhere in town.
I get up and I start searching. It's a methodical, grid-based pattern,
Okay.
and I go through every inch of the town, every building, every monument. I look for big trees that have been around a really long time.
It might be the like the bandit hideout or the mansion.
The grid
The state, the orc estate.
Yeah, the orc estate.
The grid starts at the center of town where the stone is, and it moves in a spiral pattern outward until we get everything.
All right.
But yeah, I'm going in with my investigator. This is now a pursued lead.
Mhm.
And let's see, what else have I got? I have. Hang on. This is where this is exactly what I was built for. Dun dun dun. I have.
Long goes out to start doing that. Veronica's just like, I think he's starting to feel better, guys.
Pingle, give yourself a hero point.
Yay!
Yeah.
So, so I've got keen recollection. I've got underworld investigator. So, I'm familiar with the criminal element, so I can pursue elude well with them. I get a bonus. But let's see. I've also got Eyes of the City. So not only do I know the underworld, but I can track targets with the help of the locals.
Okay.
So I use those skills. So if to search people's houses, I'm going to need to look in your house if it's an old building, just in the basement mostly.
All right. So you're searching all around the estate. You're searching bandits. Lair. Long mud. What would this be? So this is in pertaining to one of the buildings that has been decrepit for a long time. What role? I'm trying to think what role this would be. Perception. Give me perception.
I've got one of those.
And with your that sod, this is gonna be key here.
Okie dokie. You want that public or private?
Private.
Okay. Let's see. I got my pursue a lead. Any circumstance bonus for any of my other skills, like the underworld or?
+2.
Okay, that's all. I'll take it. Hang on a second. I gotta add it in.
Mm-hmm.
You should have stuck with the first chicken and dumplings.
I have assured.
Okay.
So it's not that low.
Longmont, you're kind of looking at all the buildings, and you find through some of the rubbled ones a building that stands out, doors closed, and it looks like there is a sort of burnt out insignia on top of the door.
Okay. I'll take out a piece of paper and a rock, and I'll do a piece of chalk and do a rubbing.
Okay.
Oh.
Veronica, what's your religion?
Now that I've leveled up, it has changed, hasn't it? 10.
Okay. Give that a roll on this insignia, which I'm sure Longmont's going to show everyone.
Yep.
Private.
Public's fine.
All right.
It
I know
is the symbol of a long forgotten necromancer cult.
The one that we've been seeing.
Hey, bingo.
Was this...
I'm sorry.
No, they were long gone. Like, not much has been. You've only heard rumors about it, but it's a symbol of that, which Veronica recognizes.
Does it feel like the one from our research?
No, different.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
different.
point this out to
All
Pink and see if this is if this matches anything he saw on the stone.
The stone.
Does it?
The stone was bare. Didn't have any symbols on it. Otherwise, I would have mentioned.
All right. So this is a red herring. You think?
This is necromantic and culty.
So this is a standing building.
Yes.
That's in our pocket for later.
The door is closed. It hasn't been burned off, and it looks like a standing building that has, they say, charred around it like it's been burnt.
Maybe the answer's in there.
Yeah, maybe. What wasn't done with the merchants, by the way? Could we quickly it'll take me 2 minutes. I just want one last look.
Let me put them back on for you.
Yeah, just before we go into any kind of possible combat, I just want to take another look.
Let me just turn them on for you. Just a moment. Almond shop's on. And the market's on. While you're standing there looking at this building and Lawmont's shopping, Veronica, give me a arcane roll.
Arcane. Oh God.
I've got that.
Okay. Anyone else want to roll arcane?
Yeah, give me 1 second because I'm almost done.
I have
Okay.
plus 10 in arcane.
No, that's a good one. Go for it.
So, Pengle, you're detecting a faint hint of necromancy magic coming from the building. Very faint.
I'll bet that there are undead in there.
Does seem
Can I
like
pick
there's
up
a lot of
anything more
undead
if I use
about
detect
lately.
magic?
Well, I mean, it's sort of it's sort of pretty awful.
Mm.
Yeah, the undead.
The shops are done.
1 more second. And just,
Okay.
I guess I can't drag something over unless I'm on my equipment.
Yeah, your inventory has to be open, then you just drag it.
Got it. Yep. Hang on. I need to take money from the party fund. I guess I don't have enough cash on me. That's why it wasn't working.
Oh.
That's my bad. How do I move cash from? Oh, yeah, I remember. Never mind.
Okay.
All right, so that was that one thing, and let me check one more thing in the other shop.
I did buy a couple of potions in case anyone wants to carry one.
Did
I got
anyone
a
have
pitch.
you make any scrolls?
Hmm?
Did anyone have you make any scrolls? I just was doing the formulas.
I'm gonna have you make
I can do first and second level ones.
then make some summon elementals.
Summon elemental? Okay.
Yep.
Alright. So DC 17 for those, so I can do up to 18 without having to do a check, so I can
I'm
make
done.
up to 8 in a day.
So I have 8 summon elemental scrolls. How much money did that cost?
Scrolls, a level 2 scroll costs, I believe, give me a second, I think it's 17. Let me double check that. It is a second level scroll is 12. So it would be 12 gold each.
Okay.
If I had more time, I could make them less, but
How many of them do we get?
it's
8 times 12.
Okay.
That's 96 gold.
96.
96 gold for 8.
Okay, so I don't have any gold. Are we taking that out of the fund?
I'm all for it. If you're going to be using these to help us not die, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So in that case, I'm gonna break it up and get
You consider that I would have
this.
I would ask for a scroll of heal for someone else to carry.
I put
I
something in
can
the
use
chat
scrolls of heal.
for Veronica.
Pardon?
Yeah. I put something in the chat for Veronica if you scroll up.
Ooh, for me. Oh God.
Where?
Go to Whisper.
Fare thee well, all.
Good. So while everyone else is talking, you're just looking at this door, you're looking at the symbol, and suddenly, it's like you're hearing screams of the past. Then you kind of are thinking about it and trying to block it out. So you suddenly have visions of this town. Pardon me for choking on myself. I got dry throat.
Oh, that's the
It
worst.
happens to me in the summer a lot. Try not to die. So this town was prosperous. Upon a day when some priests on a carriage came to town. Bort wasn't around. He was off doing his thing. They were greeted as normal people were. And they promised prosperity, all that bullshit that cults do. Because on the back of them, in your vision, you see that they were the symbol of this cult. Of course, nobody in the town picked up on that. They thought they were regular priests. So, in order to quote unquote protect the town, they would construct a stone which would hide the town from evil, as they put it. So it took them a while,
Good.
but the stone was constructed and it was turned on. Now, in the vision, you cannot hear them talk. Think of like a dream. Sometimes you can hear that some people talk, and then others you can't. That type of thing.
Yeah,
So
sometimes you can tell
upon,
that they're talking, but
yeah. So the stone is lit up blue, bright blue, and the whole town is covered in this magical barrier. And the visions seem to jump ahead to only a couple weeks later of screams of people dying, getting sick, etc., etc. The two priests in the carriage are nowhere to be seen. Jumps ahead months later, and a lot of people have either died or left town in fear because people can walk through the barrier. It's not like a you can't leave type of deal.
Mhm.
And the last thing you see in that vision is a flash of this symbol and the two priests smirking as they're looking down upon the town. And then you wake up from your vision. Go
Can
back
I
to Jern.
tell sort of where that they seem to be looking down from?
It's kind of like think of a portrait or a painting. They're kind of like it's like a
But not like
poster.
a window.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sort of like
Okay.
that sort of epicness deal. All right.
Like they're looking at it from a great, maybe magical distance, even.
Yes.
Okay.
So now the symbol is coming clear as this cult died out a long time ago, but this was the greatest sinister trait.
Oh, good.
Okay. All right, you can go back.
Now we can now get
Okay.
invisibility.
All of you that are near Veronica at this point notice that she stops and her head tilts back as if something's going on.
Uh-oh.
And after a minute, one of you kind of like goes to touch her shoulder, like, "Are you okay?" And she comes out of it. It seemed to be some kind of trance.
Oh no.
Don't touch me. Oh boy. Okay. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh boy. Oh shit.
What happened?
He's randomly going into things, just never good.
Hmm.
Cults. Cult was here. Cult. The stone is the cult.
Oh.
Oh,
And Veronica, just as a side note, the more you stand in front of this building, the more you feel your head getting woozy. And especially if you look at the
Okay.
symbol, you don't want to look at the symbol.
So what if we just got rid of the rock?
I'm just gonna slowly turn around so it's my back is to it. Sit on the ground and just sort of, head between the knees. Okay.
Bingle, are
Okay.
you saying we should nuke it from space? It's the only safe way.
Okay.
fire is often the best answer to any issue I've found.
They're not even here anymore.
Is fire going to do it, or do we need to go in? Because we need to find this phrase. So I don't know if we want to collapse a burning building on and then have to dig it out.
I don't know if it'll work. They set it up. This was their big. This was their win, their heist. They got the whole. They tricked the whole town.
What?
They tricked the whole town into believing that they were here to help, but it was just the cult making everyone sick.
Huh.
Oh,
It's
should
why
we
everyone
then
had to
get rid of
leave.
the stone?
Huh.
Get rid of stone is probably a good idea.
I got an idea.
Can we consecrate the stone
Okay.
so that it's not
Oh.
anymore?
Oh boy.
Could we make it look very nice and send it to the king as a present?
Oh,
Ooh.
I like that somehow.
Ooh, I like how you think.
I don't know if they'd be able to move it.
I don't know you're half elf, so I would have said that must have been the human in you.
There is no human in me. I am an elf.
That's why I didn't say it.
So Pinkle, you're by the house?
Yes.
Give me a will save.
Against what?
Just
Let's roll it.
If it's mental, I get a +2. So
It's mental, so yes, you want that. You want that +2. Have at it.
that was a lot, guys.
Yeah.
Well, as long as we're not standing right next to it, I think we'll be okay for now. Uncle Pingle, no.
Go into Whisper, Pingle.
Uh-oh.
All right, so you go into a trance-like state with visions in your head. I'm just gonna quicken this up because basically it's what Veronica saw in her visions. The town basically was prosperous and everything. These two priests came in on the carriage, but with the symbols on their back matched the symbols on the burnt-out building. They're necromantic. So they promised prosperous this and that and bullshit the town into creating a stone like the one you have in the middle of town. They said with this stone, barrier protects the town, blah, 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 from evil. They turned it on. However, in the vision, you don't hear the key words spoken. It's kind of like a real dream where, like, sometimes you hear voices speak and sometimes you don't. And then a couple weeks after, you hear screams and people are getting sick and some are dying. A couple months later, there are people that have fled the town because they can walk through the barrier, but it doesn't stop people from leaving the town. But the priests are no longer in the town. You're not sure. You didn't see them in the vision. And the vision ends when with the symbol flash in front of your eyes, and then picture like a movie poster of the two priests looking down in sinister smiles upon the town, like they have triumphed in this action. So you can go back to general now.
People first.
That was
Okay,
very
so
cinematic for a insane hallucination.
Uncle Pingle, did you see the cultists?
Yeah. I
Cultists are
watched
not
the same
hallucinations.
cutscene as you.
So, Pinkle, you
don't
kind
know
of
what
don't
that means.
you don't want to look at the symbol either. You turn away from it because you're feeling drawn to it. So you
I
turn.
pull out a religious symbol of Torag and I hold it up towards it. Yeah, no.
So
Perhaps we should move away for a moment to gather ourselves.
Pingling Ding, my friend.
What's up?
Based on what you observed of the stone and your vision, are we to destroy the stone, or are we to go in the building where the source and emanation of evil is coming from?
I think the source and emanation of evil, because I don't necessarily think that it's the stone.
You don't think the stone is evil? It's just being used for evil purposes?
I think the stone is potentially evil, and it could be being used for evil purposes, or it could just be magical, and they have used it for evil purposes. Yes.
But you can't tell us for sure until you observe whatever magical means they've used to. So we should find this phrase still, huh?
Yeah. Probably.
I could take time to study the stone at some point as well. I know quite a bit about
Let's go
magical items.
Let's do it right now.
Okay.
Study the stone?
It'll give us some distance from the building. Everybody can feel better, and we can strategize. But if it'll give us more information, I say let's do it.
Very well.
Okay. So you're taking time to study the stone.
Cool.
Veronica, your religion's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a religion roll.
I love rolling religion.
So while you're studying the stone, sort of noise catches your attention.
What ho?
It sounds like a wail of an undead coming in the direction of that building.
Ah, poop.
Mm,
I will wave to everyone to quiet and hold my hand up to my ear and see if any of them can pick up on it.
Okay, so all of you roll me stealth.
Oh, wait, I have a thing for that.
stealth, okay.
I'm going to cast invisibility.
Does it sound like something's coming out of the building towards us, or just something's screaming in the building?
Screaming in the building.
I head towards it.
Okay. So, all of you. Let's see here.
I am invisible.
So, all of you, I will say, all of you kind of investigating this stone, do find something on the back of it. It's starting to
Don't
glow.
worry, kids. Pringle's still here.
It's glowing in the night moon. It is in a language that you have no idea what it says. They're kind of like a phrase.
Hmm.
You get up to the building in Longmont. You kind of peek around one of the building corners there. You're looking out. And you notice a shadowy head poke itself out of the front door.
I have a 20.
Religion roll for you.
I am shit at religion. How about Arcana?
This is saying religion, but I'm keeping Veronica's in mind at this point.
All right. So religion, I get a +2 though. So well, you know.
Why not?
Worth a shot.
Let's give
Not
it a roll.
nothing.
Okay. So,
It's better than mine.
so Veronica, you notice that the thing poking out is that.
Oh,
However,
boy.
it looks like a
What?
form of a priest, but very shadowy.
Oh no.
Mm.
One of them.
But the weird thing is like it's poking its head out as if it's trying to get out the door, but somehow can't.
Maybe it's trapped inside?
Is it a good priest, and it's a spirit of a good priest that's trapped inside and trying to get out trapped by the evil, or is it an evil priest trying to get away from what's keeping it bound?
This thing looks evil. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, quite evil.
And it's trying to get out. Okay. Hey, you guys. And I'm going to attack it. Fuck.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it to the battle map, but just picture them inside a building with their head come out once in a while. So it'll give you some targeting at least. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I assume they'll have kind of cover.
You see two heads, kind of one after the other, kind of poking out. So there appears to be two of these things trapped behind that door.
Alrighty then.
Everybody's favorite.
Boop, boop.
Oh,
Yeah, but that's for my bonus. So
okay. You hit.
alrighty. And it gives me that free recall knowledge thing where you pick something, a weakness and immunity,
Yep.
something like that. Saving throw.
Okay. So you notice that your weapon does nothing to it. Doesn't damage it. However, so is it one immunity or one resistances or all? How does that work? One. Okay.
It's greatest resistance or weakness or its weakest savings throw.
Okay, so I'll say resistances is all damage except ghost touch.
Motherfucker.
Oh,
I have something that might help.
Well, my mind weapon had a choice between the versatile thing where I could give it different traits, or ghost touch.
So after you attack it there, Longmont, it remains kind of its head outside the door, staring in your direction. You're kind of hiding, I assume, at this point still, and you shot at it.
Mm-hmm.
And
I can craft
and it
ghost charges.
speak.
I was going to ask you the question. So, what is it speaking?
It's in common. And the other head pokes its, through the door, but again, they're almost like they're trapped in there and going, we seem to have people that can see us. And the other one goes, indeed, indeed. And they're going from shadowy look to, well, two of you would notice that it kind of transfers to their human priest look in their visions and back to shadow, if that makes sense. Kind of like a phase.
Okay.
Why don't you let us out and we can talk? Indeed.
We're talking right now, so.
It's the stone that you're curious about, isn't it?
What? What stone? You mean the stone in the center of the town that they moved years ago? That old thing? Yeah, they dug that up and got rid of it years ago.
No, we could feel its power. They turned it off. I'm sad about that.
Oh, who turned it off? Who
They
turned it off?
trapped us in here like when we were trying to help them. And of course, two of you know that's bullshit.
Uh-huh.
Aren't you just a little helpingest helper?
So while this is going on, I'm going to do as many recall knowledge checks as I can to figure out what these are. Ghosts, wraiths, spooks, spirits.
I
Boogeymen.
will say they're incorporeal. Obviously undead. Unholy.
I do have a way to hurt incorporeal things.
Cool.
Me too, as long as no one gets hurt.
Pretty sure magic missile will hit them.
Okay. So, after kind of waiting about a minute there, does anyone else do anything?
Yeah, I ask him who I keep talking to him. Who are these they that trapped you, and how did they trap you?
Speak freely, my brothers.
You are trapped and want to get free, yes?
The poor
We need
priest
to
in the
trap you.
town.
We can't free you if we don't know.
Holland
Come on.
Holland and his priest are the ones that trapped us in here at the time the stone we had created. They thought that we were murderers, but we weren't. We made the stone to make this town protected, and they continue to phase in and out between shadow and human priests.
You expect me to believe that chuckle fuck ever did something good in his life? No. Holland is not that skilled.
Shadowy spirits rarely speak the truth.
Yeah, I believe you now. Okay.
I'm not sure what to do with them.
No, I've got an idea or two. So
Say?
what? I'll switch to Faye.
Right.
So what more? Tell me more about this Holland. What exactly did he do to trap you? I'm asking them in Faye. Do they do Faye?
I will say not these boys.
You don't know
So
Faye?
now it
Don't
looks like they don't speak Faye,
Faye.
so we can speak freely in Faye. So it looks like they're trapped. I want to ask them more questions and kind of antagonize them and see what their limitations are. It looks like they're trapped, but I want to be sure. Then I want to take a week downtime to respec my fucking weapon so I can have ghost touch. And we prepare to, and we spend that week preparing to with spells, scrolls, potions, whatever you guys need to make for over a week to take these guys on and kill them, because obviously they need to go. We can't have them sticking their heads out talking to the townsfolk.
Yeah.
But if they're trapped in the wall, maybe we can actually take their heads off.
So, you hear both of them chant, and this is, for some of you, this may make you chuckle. Klaatu, Vrata, Nikto. And you feel the stone turn on. And all of a sudden, there is this barrier that goes boom, right over the whole town. And the thing is glowing. And they
I don't think we have a week.
duck, they basically go back into the building as their heads disappear.
Oh no. The Deadites told us what we needed to know.
I don't know what you're talking about. Those were the 3 words to power up the robot in How the World Ended. What was it?
Yeah, it's oh damn it. It's I know what you're talking about.
Why I'm blanking on it, because I'm old and a stoner.
I'm blanking on it.
How the World Ended, or the fuck.
The day the Earth, the day
the Earth stood still. Yeah.
So that's the activation words for the giant robot that destroys humanity. That's where that comes from. It was an homage to that movie that they put into the Evil Dead.
But I love that where he's at the thing, he goes, "There, I said it. That's it." He grabs the book and he gets all messed up in the skeletons. Classic movie.
He sneezed in the middle.
But
Klaatu Varatani. I say the words.
You say them. As you say them, no words came out. Like you mouthed it, but not. You tried to get the words out, but you can't speak them.
Can I say them in mouse talk?
You try that, same thing.
All right.
The townsfolk come out because the glow has kind of triggered them. They go, "It's back! It's on. Was this possible? You hear like a lot of people chattering and everything, and people starting to come out of the tavern, and they it's like a glow you would notice. Um, there's a lot of concern right now in the town as they realize this stone. Those who have stayed behind know what the fuck is going on.
Well,
Is-
Uh-oh.
my question is, can we get out at this point?
First things first. You guys go test the barrier, see if you can get out. I'm going to go around the town, and according to archives, a skilled laborer is 5 silver pieces a day. So I'm
Okay.
going to take 10 gold pieces and hire 20 guys, and I'm going to go bring them to this building and say, all right, using the rubble and all the using parts from all these buildings that are all dilapidated and falling apart, we're going to build a wall all the way around this building
Okay.
so that nobody touches it.
Okay.
And no kids are going to wander into it, and nobody's going to bump into that door
Okay.
by accident.
Okay.
All right, get to work on that. That's
So,
what I'm doing.
You those that are attempting the barrier to see if you can walk through it, but then when you go to come back into it, you can't.
I wasn't gonna walk straight through it. I was gonna
But
stick a hand through it.
those that like you had the vision though, like I gave you like that hint there that yeah you could walk out, but nothing can get back in. So I'll throw that out there. So as you're kind of like trying to figure out what the hell's going on there, so you want the townspeople to kind of help you with this wall.
Well, like I said, I'm going to hire the guys.
Okay.
5 silver pieces a day. I spend 10 gold to hire 20 guys
Okay.
for a day, and however many days it takes for them to work, I'll
Okay.
be there every day to pay. And
Okay.
just a solid wall all the way around. No door. We'll climb over the wall if we want to go into the place, which we will. But I'm going to take the week that they're building it to respec my mind weapon to have the ghost touch.
So you all kind of like wait through the night there, and come morning, the stone is off. The barrier is gone, and you're kind of what the hell. So you kind of go over to the building, which some have already started to build the wall. They're particularly trying to do the front first, where the door is, and then
That's what I would have told.
yeah. So it'll take like you get like townsfolk helping you because they trust you now because of what you've done. So it goes a little quicker. So they're working their ass off because they're looking at this building like they don't want to. They're just doing their like quick. So roughly in a week, there is a wall around the entire creepy building.
Okay.
Because you got
and my mind weapon can hurt ghosts.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay. So at this point, because Bragg's not here, I will cut it because I want him here for this. Because it's going to be interesting him coming back next week. And what the hell happened? But you all leveled up. He has to level up. So I want him to be here, obviously, because I want all 5 of you to be here. But I wanted to make this more or less more role playing session because we have one player that's not here. So that's cool.
I wanted to spend a lot of time doing the whole drunken thing with Skeez's grief.
Yep. And so I mean highlights from everybody. We'll start with Elf.
Having the spooky faces popping out of the church and just start asking questions. That was not so good. Or good in a not so good way.
Creepy.
Yes.
Yeah, I've done a lot when I did my horror campaign. I did a lot of that. It was cool, like scaring some of the players. So yeah, I like that. Longmont.
It's not any one thing. I think it's a whole bunch of tiny little moments that were peppered throughout the entire evening where we saw, and it's probably the same thing I think maybe even I said last time or whatever, but it's the gelling of the group. Like everybody's sliding into their spot, feeling more comfortable with who they are and what their character does and what their role in the group is. And, you know, we're getting to the point where I don't know how many of you guys watch Star Trek The Next Generation, but they had an episode where there were aliens that were like invisible and observing them and like kidnapping them in their sleep and experimenting on them and stuff. And there's this whole end sequence where Picard comes out and they trap both the two aliens in like a force field. And like, and he's like, with one look, I communicated with everybody on my crew what I wanted them to do, and each one of them did a little thing that you couldn't tell that they were doing. But it took like 3 or 4 different people doing their own job and knowing that they should be doing their job in coordination to trap you with one look. And that's the communication I have with my crew, and it feels that way. Like we're getting there. Like we're having that, you know, like even the town, even the NPCs, like we're merging with the town, and you know, I'll walk in and I'm like, I speak in Fey because we all speak Fey, and immediately Pingle's like, I just mage hand and close and lock the door, and everybody's like, all right, you know, and Elle's like, okay, but no, we shouldn't do this, and we immediately switch plans, and we're now escorting them out of town, and it seemed almost smooth, very smooth, almost like it was written that way, like, and that I think is the essential best part about D&D is when it's smooth like that, when it seems seamless, where we're not trying, we're just doing. We're just role playing. We're playing the characters. I like that. I like the synergy.
Veronica, what about you?
I agree with the synergy. I thought that using Faye to try to trick the Gooligans to let us, you know, converse right in front of them was lovely. Like, we know what we're saying.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can't trick them into revealing something about themselves.
And Pingle.
I liked my little Arcana crit there.
Yeah, that was awesome.
and the bandits. It's like now we've got some bandits, you know, that can answer our questions in the jail because of just a. I've never had sleep be a useful spell.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to get to be a useful.
You got the right DM.
Yeah.
Well, see how I'm like allowing all of you to kind of use different things too in situations. I don't know if you're picking up on that, but I don't outright say, well, use this or that. I want to see how you do the situation. And so far it's been amazing. Like it's incredible the situations in this entire campaign so far of like very synergy, like you said, Thomas. Like it's awesome. Yeah. So yeah, all of you leveled up. We'll Raggle. It won't take him long to level up next session there, and yeah, this campaign has been awesome. There's still a lot more to do, so it's going really well. I think standout for me tonight was the bandits on how they were handled. Like you intimidate one, and the other two just fall asleep. um, I like Longmont coming in going, fuck you, I want my booze. And then he goes out to the thing back and forth. The way the King's guards were handled, which was hilarious. You know, he scared them, saying, the curse is still here. That was really good. You know, it's just funny how I think back to like some groups I had in the past. They would see the King's Guard as an example and attack them outright, not even like trying something else. You know, it's clear that they're armored and and heavy, you know what I mean? And it's a simple description, but like, they just attack the thing. Like, example would be Tomb of Annihilation, where the first session, a player attacked a veteran. Level 1! So they were in the bar in the beginning and introductories and all that. And before like the first quest given or whatever, there's two veterans come in and they're bothering one of the customers in the bar. So what does he do? He goes over and he attacks the veteran. Well, he didn't even take his armor, and then the veteran goes critical hit. He was lucky that there was people in there that could heal him up, or he'd be done.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I was trying to use the clue in my other observation skills to say, all right, I want to assess this guy. How does he carry himself? You can watch 5 guys in a group walk right up to you.
Yeah.
And there's the one guy who's got a bunch of scars on his arms. His hands are a little more calloused. He rides the horse with a little bit more casual ease. And you're like, that's the guy in the troop not to fuck with. Yeah. That's the veteran of 20 campaigns. These other 4 guys might be his low-level subordinates, but that guy, don't fuck with that guy. You know what I mean? And you can do, even an untrained eye can do that, but I figured with the, with the detective thing.
Yeah.
Trying to, no, you don't look at the way that guy holds just stands and the way he holds himself with like the way he walks with fluid ease.
I'm also really glad that Pingle and Veronica didn't critically fail their will saves. You just got a little vision, and that was fine.
Was that a failure or a save?
There's a thing though for critical failures. There's a certain roll, of course, but like critical failures is really bad. That's all I'll say with what's going on.
What I'm saying is, did they get their visions because they they didn't critical, but they failed, or did they actually?
They got their visions because they failed, but a critical failure would have added stuff. So.
Oh boy.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of like
the doomed.
That's when you kind of use your
nemesis.
Yeah. I was kind of rooting for Veronica to like crit that will save. Like, I got this. And I think you rolled like a 17 or something.
More skill.
It was better than not, but
yeah.
Sometimes DCs be high.
Yeah. But good times. Got 2 visions there, and you're like, no, we don't trust those 2 in there. All right, well, everybody, good times. Another great session there, and really enjoying the laughs and everything, and all the situations going on there. And I got a lot of fun stuff in this campaign to go, and I really want to see how you're going to handle the can't even talk. The quests that are on the board now, and malevolence, and how that's going to be handled, and some of you have some history on that, so it's a rather cool story, actually. For those that read it, it's taken from the book itself with some minor tweaks to coincide with what's going on, but it's rather cool. So, but yeah.
How long are you going to keep the? If you dropped your Monday game and you don't have any other games, if you dropped your Monday game and you don't have any other games, how I assume your server will just be up.
Yeah. So the Monday game will really all depend on this job, if I get it or not. Because right now I don't know. But the thing is, like, I'm trying to get the hell out of the current job I'm at. And to all of my YouTube viewers, that's your decision to do so. But yeah, it'll depend on the job situation and all that kind of stuff. So this one in particular, if I get it, it'll just be moved half an hour, like 7:30 start instead of 7, which isn't a huge deal. So
that would be nice.
Yeah. But from the hours there, like just from what the job entails, I can't do 2 games a week. It'll have to be one, and I choose Tuesdays. Plus, one player on my Monday game is leaving, so the campaigns I can't run with 4. It's just impossible. So that's why you kind of want to do a role-playing session tonight, because we had one player missing there. Not that you guys aren't capable of some combat, but like I don't like when all the players one's missing. It kind of, but I work with it. I go with it. So yeah.
I come from first edition D&D, where every single monster in the monster manual was given a morale value, and a DMG. The DMG had a chart for actions that would cause to give pluses or minuses to that morale check. And there were certain circumstances. So, like, if you're fighting a bunch of orcs and you kill their leader, that's an immediate morale check at -5.
Right.
And all the ones that fail that morale check will either surrender or run the fuck away. Yeah. Holy shit, these guys are strong enough to kill Big Boomba. They'll definitely kill me in one fucking hit. I'm out of here. I may be a chaotic evil orc, but I'm not that stupid. I'm the fuck out, And I loved that. Like dragons had like a perfect morale. You couldn't make them run away. That kind of shit. But for goblins, if you killed enough of their guys, they're gone.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, because there's been some instances in D&D 5e where like there's a group of creatures, and if you tag the leader, all the rest of them drop. Like a undead lord or something. And it's funny because like a lot of the time in those particular encounters in 5e, it's like they're not figuring it out. And I can't say, right? It's like, come on, go for the leader, not the minions.
Head of the snake, guys. Head of the snake.
Yeah, right.
This is when we are most levels, our most hit points. We are at our absolute strongest. Take out their strongest guy who can drop bombs on us later.
Yeah. It's just like I'm face palming sometimes as a GM, like certain situations, it's like, what are you doing? Like, and a lot of the time, I mean, that led to like almost TPKs or full TPKs, but it was clear as day, and like the situation and like what was pointed out and all that, whatever reason wasn't discovered. And all you could do as GM is just watch it go. Sometimes it's the way it rolls.
As you've seen in different groups, like the now defunct Wednesday group, and apparently in your Monday as well, that there are people who, there's a lot of people out there that for them, the enjoyment of playing a game, or specifically playing this game or a role-playing game, is to be the star of the show and not be thoughtful of the story being told, i.e., all of your party members, your cooperative storytelling partners, and the world and story created by the DM that he's laid out. There has to be an awareness of that. There has to be a sensitivity to that. And some people don't have it, and that doesn't mean that they don't have a place in the game, but it can be frustrating when you've got 1 or 2 rogue mavericks who want to go off and be the star of their own show, and they can't be a star if they're playing along with the group narrative as an ensemble. So the only way for them to make themselves a star is to stand out and go against the narrative.
I actually have a GM advice question for you. It's like, how do you deal with players that constantly power gamer or birder hobo, and constantly, because I've tried many ways, like talk to them and stuff like that. Like, how do you deal with that type of player?
You let them face the consequences of their actions.
Henley's trial.
Sure, but let me throw out my thought, because I'll forget it. But hold yours, and you can tell the story. Absolutely. One of the ways I do is
I do what you did. I'm polite. I consider the person. I give them multiple different ways to look at things. I help coach them through. I give them as many chances as I possibly can. They keep doing it to the point where a lesson needs to be learned. I go old school hardcore. You're going to be a murder hobo. You're going to attack attention. So immediate. Town guards. Boom, you're dead. Make a new character. Boom, you're dead. Make a new character. Boom, you're dead. Make a new character. And then at some point, if he still doesn't listen, all right, you guys go to sleep. Who's got watch? Okay. All right. Jerry, you actually fell asleep on your watch. Bill, the asshole. Bill, your character is dead. What? Yeah, you were eaten by a bear. What? Yeah, a bear came out of the woods and Jerry was asleep. Make a new character. like hammer it home. In the old days of first edition D&D, we had no internet. We had nothing. It was almost like a cult in a way. It was a friendly cult of nerds where nerds could go and sit with nerds and not be bullied or harassed in the 70s. And there was a vetting process. You didn't bring somebody to your table of friends, of role players, and have somebody who's just going to be a murder hobo idiot. Because those people were immediately pushed out by the other players. The other 4 people at your table would immediately just hammer, they're out.
Right.
And so you were careful with who you invited in. So, the game has expanded where it's a new age who are going to be these stars. Sometimes you just have to fire a player.
Well, I have on YouTube. I have released a former GM sent me audio clips of games I totally forgotten about, and I posted them on YouTube of instances of stuff I had to deal with. So if you're looking on YouTube there, that's an interesting one because you sent me 3 audio clips. I'm like, I have to make a video about this because I totally forgot some of it. I'm like, especially the first one because that one was 2 players and one of them was trying to sort of control the character, but also the other character was trying to marry Sue, his character in 5e. So anyway, that's interesting. But anyway, Pingle the one to say something?
Oh. So I had a wizard by the name of Henley. Henley wanted pearls because he had just
identify spell.
I needed gems I needed diamonds for an identify spell.
No, the pearls were for identify.
It was pearls for identify. So Henley got was hanging out in Lord Palfrey's library, and Palfrey's youngest son is Lintern, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Lintern comes in, and Henley says, "Boy, get me some pearls, and I'll do magic for you. I'll help you. I'll make you levitate." And so Lintern goes and brings Henley his mother's pearls. And I'm like, this is great. I'll just levitate the kid for, and when the spell ends after 20 minutes, he'll float down. He'll have a grand time just floating around the room. Well, Lintern got his ass slapped.
No, the bard came and cast suggestion.
Oh, the bard came in and what?
Cast the suggestion spell on him because he wanted the kid who was eager to hang out with his heroes.
Oh.
And show you around the castle. He didn't want to be bothered, so he said, "Kid," and he made the kid read books for 8 hours.
Oh yeah, he just read books. And so eventually Lintern got cornered by his parents.
His father,
and
the father came home that night 4 hours later and tried to get the kid to come to dinner, and the kid refused, and he couldn't stop the kid because the kid was under the effect of a spell. And when the father figured this out,
he blamed the wizard.
Let's be fair. It's usually the wizard's fault.
and so and it was because Pingle had stolen the gems, I
It
thought.
wasn't Pingle.
Or not Pingle, Henley. I'm sorry. My wizards all kind of blade into each other.
Huh?
This one's 2 feet tall.
Yeah, Pingle's a very different character.
Yeah,
Henley is an orangutan.
I always remember the 5e campaign of so it was based on Dark Tower stuff and all that. So the PCs eventually found a forest, and from there they got hold of this book, which contained the spirit of a druid. So this druid would, give them hints, push them a little bit, of towers that they were kind of looking at that would rise up from the ground. So they took this book there and they were very careless with it in encounters for some reason. And eventually, they got it burned. So the spirit wouldn't come out. He's like, screw you guys. And then eventually, they lost it to the bad guys. So they were done. Like there's no possible way that the campaign would have ended with a victory because they got the book. The thing that they were supposed to protect got taken by the main bad guys. That was the biggest facepalm right there.
Mm.
Oh man. Like I have to say, and all the YouTubers still listening there, I have to say that between 5e, like a lot of 5e players compared to Pathfinder players, 5e had a lot of power players in that regard, or rule lawyers in that regard, as compared to Pathfinder from my experience, anyway.
That was the system.
Yeah.
5e was designed for power players. It was designed. Everybody who went into it, it's designed for it. There's nothing but videos on YouTube's on how to make a character most streamlined and most as badass as you possibly can. And we've had power gamers in every edition of D&D, but 5th edition allowed the most unique power scaling, OP type characters as far as like being balanced from one character to another.
Mm.
D&D's 5th edition's the worst culprit for that.
All right,
I had
well, go ahead.
an arcane archer, arcane trickster build that was just brokenly powerful. I remember I was and I think I had a ranger build. It was just a hunter ranger. I was getting like 6 attacks in a turn and
Jeez.
averaging at by I think at 14th level I was averaging a minimum of 68 points of damage every turn.
Ooh.
Because
Well,
you stack Hunter's Mark on top of Colossus Slayer on top of Fury. Yeah, like it was nuts. and I had Glaive Master and Sentinel, and so like enemies would get close to me and they couldn't get within 5 feet of me to hit me, and I just hit them and I could keep hitting them with like extra. It was insane.
It was ridiculous to the point of making the game not fun.
Yeah.
So I'll leave the final topic here to end the session is where do you see D&D's future now, especially considering that more and more other games outside of that, and even EC20 is looking like it's gaining a lot of traction. Where do you see D&D's future now?
Mainstream.
Yeah,
It's going to be the mainstream game for the people that aren't like best way to put it, people who aren't like really nerdy nerds. It's people who watch things like Critical Role and say, "Hey, I want to try that," and they'll do D&D.
Mm.
Pretty much. I think 6th edition is going to go kind of the route of 4th edition. Like it's just going to kind of be the edition where everybody just kind of went, that happened, and go play Pathfinder.
Yeah. I myself think that I don't think D&D's going anywhere, but they're definitely not going to be the top anymore. I mean, Pathfinder is strong, but there are other games that are becoming popular too. So I think that the whole thing about D&D ruling the tabletop world is over. It's not going to
Yeah.
be as potently strong as it has been in the past. And this whole digital stuff that they're trying to do with Wizards of the Coast, nobody cares. Most people don't want that. But who knows? I mean, the hardcore D&D players that love it, have at it. They're going to play it. They're going to keep the Wizards happy with the subscription fees or whatever it costs out. But overall, I think D&D is not going to be as strong in the future as it once was in the past. But that's my opinion.
I think 6th edition is going to be a make or break. I think that either it's going to go the way of what Elle was saying with it'll go commercial, it'll be for the easy to access dabblers, the not so serious players, the people who
beer and pretzels.
Well, no, like you go to a concert and there's the people you can tell are the people who are the diehard fans of the group, and then there's the people who heard their most latest hit on the radio.
Yeah.
So it's either going to go that, I agree, or, and I think we've got an equal possibility, maybe a greater possibility, that 6th edition is going to be the death knell. No one's going to come back. No one's going to go do it. The people that are currently playing 5e are going to go for whatever reason, and we're going to see. It could get so bad that Hasbro will turn around and say, "Who wants it?" And then it could get sold off to somebody with a couple of $1 million, like a Hollywood celebrity who's got millions of dollars, who's a lover of D&D, and he buys it and puts some love back into, you know what I mean, like something like that. I think you're right, Nexus, in that it's never going to be the same, because once people start, all those hundreds of third-party content makers that left D&D, that got fucked by their policy. Once the majority of them settle in on one place, and you get one, if it's Pathfinder, hopefully, that starts getting all their attention, or gets the majority of it, that'll be the one that becomes the new juggernaut, because it'll have so much extra support.
One thing I'll say to add to this is I don't think Paizo's going to go that way, but I hope Paizo doesn't do what Wizards of the Coast / D&D did, is get too much ahead of itself and start doing the same problems that 5e had and going forward, where the content this and that. I don't think they will, but I hope they don't. They get too much of themselves. I kind of could see that a little bit with some of the stuff they're releasing. I mean, they're trying to still being innovative, but I just hope that it doesn't head that way.
It sort of did with 1st edition after a while.
Right.
And I think that's kind of like the nature of any like tabletop simulation game, like war games included.
Yeah.
I watched this video. It was about like some of the first war games that they had created, and the design choices that they made while creating war games. And so initially, when they had created like a system, if you take a look at H.G. Wells, he wrote up this game called Little Wars, and it was really, really simple. You move your guys up, and you say, okay, well, these guys are shooting, and then you get so many pop gun rounds to shoot, like literally shoot at your opponent's models. And so it was a really simple system that could be played by anybody. It was really easy.
Mm-hmm.
But when people started to add dice and rules to the game, and they started to make it more complicated, and they started to try to figure out whether they could simulate as many different scenarios as possible and simulate them accurately and mathematically. They started to have multiple GMs to handle that math, and they started to have an issue with like figuring out the morale of the pieces, and so they kept adding rules and they kept adding rules and they kept adding rules to the point where it would take like a week to get through a single turn of actual gameplay. And at one
Avalon Hill games.
yeah, and at some point they just kind of said, okay, there is no tabletop mechanical system that can cover any and every situation. And so therefore you have to find a middle ground. And I think that like Pathfinder has found that middle ground currently. But finding that middle ground does not mean financial success. And so therefore they have to continue to create more things for people to play with until it reaches that complicated point and they have to start all over.
Yep.
Yep.
It's kind of like a trading card game. Like most of them have died out because they tried different things, granted, but like then, for example, World of Warcraft, the card game, I loved it, and it was giving Magic its run for its money at the time until Upper Deck switched over to Cryptozoic. Then the game became shit. Because they kept on like putting in like Magic is doing from what I see from the new sets is like same cards and do the same things, just a different artwork, and people are crazy because they'll pay whatever just to get that because they think it's a new card. But out of a box set, you get maybe 1, 2 different type of cards. Whereas Magic the Gathering in the past was innovative with different keywords, and they tried it, and which was cool. And I stopped collecting after Theros because of that. Because I saw what they were doing and I saw what they become. Like now you have Walking Dead Magic and you have they're throwing in Assassin's Creed Magic. Like, give me a break. It's the same card doing the same thing.
It's just
Use,
theme.
yeah.
They've run out of ideas.
Yeah.
Like Magic doesn't Magic used to have a rich lore and a vibrant world, and now it's whatever name of the week pop culture reference that they decide that they have some IP access to.
And also, like, this is spewing into Hollywood and TV where it's pretty much like run of the mill, run of the mill, run of the mill, run of the mill. And people will watch it because, they're targeting the teenagers and stuff, not so much the adults anymore because they want the old school ones out of there because they talk shit about their product. But they'll keep selling to the ones that buy it. And the sad part is people buy it. It's like an example would be From Software, who has Elden Ring. They have a DLC coming out Friday. When they released Elden Ring, full game, worked well, barely any glitches, lots of content for $80. Their DLC, I think it's like 40, $50. Big content, lots thrown in there, no microtransactions where you compare it to things like EA. You have to pay $5 for this. You have to pay $10 for this mode. You have to pay this and that, which is most of the companies, and sadly Bethesda has fallen into that trap too.
If you had a chance to play the Wrath of the Righteous video game,
Heard of it?
it's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm playing it currently as a Azamar Paladin because I was just like, I'm gonna be a good guy, just a lawful good paladin who's gonna fight the Fifth Crusade. And it's just such a great deep dive into like the lore of the path of Galarian and like the Pathfinder world and playing through it as an actual like campaign and kind of like thinking about it from that perspective. Like, I am a good guy and I'm going to do good things to save the good people. And I think it's kind of like, this is the way the game is supposed to be played. And I'm just kind of letting the game auto level all the NPC characters. So it feels like I've got an actual party.
Well,
When
to
you,
close out the conversation there, like, I'm glad Pathfinder's innovative and they keep coming out with fantastic stuff and fantastic lore and all that. It's one of the few products there that I've seen, and with movies and all that shit included, because I don't really watch movies a lot anymore. I don't watch TV shows a lot. I don't play a lot of video games because they're the same run-of-the-mill crap to me, and that's my opinion. So the whole thing with Star Wars. Like, people ask me, why are you watching new Star Wars? I'm like, I stopped watching it after the first episode of Obi-Wan. Because I got sick and tired of the bait and switch. I got sick and tired of the lame writing. And it feels like a lot of the time, they write one good episode maybe of the season and forget how to write more episodes after that. I go further into that, but that's another rant. But it's just like, that's why I play Pathfinder, because I got sick and tired of 5e's same crap where the players never die in their god mode and all that stuff. And they used to have really good lore, fantastic lore in the old editions. And I got away from that. And so I'm an old fuck and just going, those darn kids. But it's really the truth there, where not a lot comes out entertainment-wise that hasn't me excited anymore. So Pathfinder is one of those things that still keeps innovating and is a great system. And I hope they continue to keep coming out with good stuff, because there's some adventure paths I want to actually run. So
yeah, I've been running the Abomination Vaults and loving it.
yeah, I won't say any more about that one because I ran it.
It's so much fun.
It's hard. It's a very
don't tell
hard.
There's people here who are on the first floor of that. So
Oh yeah, I'm saying
I have a hammer.
we can chat. We can chat about it privately later. I want your advice if you've run it a few times.
Yeah, I've ran it twice.
Yep, totally want to hear your thoughts and advice and and share with you what I'm going to do.
I think though, early on 5e modules, I think Dragon Heist, and Icewind Dale, and what was the other one now? Into the Abyss. They had interesting ideas and story-wise, but I think that would be very interesting and switched over to Pathfinder, tweaked a little in terms of story, but that's just me. Because they were fun. The concepts were cool when they still wrote modules and had some lore in there. So anyway, I got to jump off. Great after chat, everybody, and we'll get everybody here next week to figure out what's going on with that suspicious building with the two shadows in it.
Hey, so if the server's going to be up tomorrow, I'll pop in and read those other quests, and maybe our missing player can update his character during the week.
Yeah, I'll leave it on. Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Hey, thanks for the session.
Yeah, no problem.
Night.
Enjoyed it.
You have a good night.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Okay, YouTubers, we're gonna cut off here, and I hope you enjoyed the session, and we'll see you in the next one.